So a new trailer had came out with Nicolas Cage playing Spiderman Noir, which is coming out in 2026. And I have to say, this is one of the biggest chess moves that they are doing when it comes to the Spider-Man universe. What's up, you guys? My name is Shade. I talk about superhero topics right here on this channel. So follow me depending on what platform you watch me on. So I have to say, Nicolas Cage is playing Spider-Man Noir. I remember back in 2010 when the Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions game came out, and Spider-Man Noir was actually a fan favorite among people to where people actually want to see more from him. And with recent times, how they've been going about Spider-Man, making it a mantle to where you got all these different Spider-Mans, and they actually making them popular because they always existed, but they didn't really have like too much of the media spotlight like they have now with like Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, and now even Spider-Man Noir, which that is awesome, especially with the fact they got Nicolas Cage playing them, Nicolas Cage that played Ghost Rider and all. He even got to play Superman technically in the DC universe and all, but I guess we ain't gonna really talk about that. But I just have to say that I cannot wait to check this out, and I'm hoping that they give us a different approach when it comes to another Spider-Man character, because Spider-Man, what they've been doing with different Spider-Mans is that they kind of give them their own character, but I'm kind of hoping with the Spider-Man Noir, it's kind of more of like a detective, more grounded Spider-Man in a way to where you don't really focus too much on the action or whatever, but it's a lot more critical thinking, doing more detective work and all like that, especially with the setting that it's in. Because Spider-Man Noir is from the year 1933 in New York, to where the time period he dealing with crooked cops, corrupt politicians, and big businessmen that's also corrupt and all as well, which I think they could do a lot of great storytelling with that, and I cannot wait to see how that plays out, especially with it being a series to where you can kind of build up to a lot of stuff. You don't really have to rush too many things, and I can't wait to see the selection of villains that they have during that time, which they can really do a different take when it comes to the villains because of the time period and making the characters a lot more grounded. Because I know with Spider-Man, with a lot of the villains and all that he fight and everything, it'd be a lot of big scale battles and all that he be dealing with, but with something like this, they could kind of go ahead and focus more on like the character development and storyline, which will be very interesting to see how they go about that. And of course, we still want the action, a lot of fighting and all in there, which I'm sure they're gonna give us a lot of that because it's a Marvel series, man. Why they would not do that? But I cannot wait to see how this plays out. I love what they've been doing with the Spider-Man mantle, which I plan on making a video just on that alone, talking about the different Spider-Mans, how you have all these different Spider-Mans to where even when you say Spider-Man, you don't just think Peter Parker no more, and then even if you do think Peter Parker, now you got different interpretations of Peter Parker instead of the same one we've been seeing for the longest time, because you had the Spider-Mans like Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, and so on and so forth with the TV shows and all that. So it's just seeing the different take on Spider-Man and how they go about it. I think this is going to be excellent, especially with Nicolas Cage doing it because he's actually a good actor. So I can't wait to see how he pulled this off. And also Spider-Man Noir, he's kind of edgy and all in a way. If you do not know about Spider-Man Noir, I'm just saying it may gonna get down and actually hurt some people, but I can't wait to see how that plays out. I'm very excited for this series, and I really want to hear your thoughts about this as well. Are you looking forward to this series? What is something that you're hoping to get from this series? And how you think Nicolas Cage is gonna do? I think he's gonna do pretty well in this role. And also, what do you think the villains are gonna be like in this series and all as well? Because I want to see that for sure. But also on top of that, I just gotta say we got time to prepare for that. But I also did a video talking about Batman prep time suck. Now, if you're really interested in see what I gotta say about that, link to that in the description. You guys go ahead and check that out. But thank you guys for watching. My name is Shade, and I am out.